All right, so we're online, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Box Mining. This is a super special episode. It is actually the 1st of August. Well, it's almost midnight for me over here. It's 11:40, but I thought this is a great time to stream just to catch up with you guys on everything that's going wild up here. I don't think I'll be able to sleep without doing this live stream. It's to a point where I really want to chat about everything that's happened today. Asian markets were just crazy. I mean, throughout the whole day, we saw Ethereum just pushing up, and more up. We saw the introduction of more farms. I mean, sushi, the sushi that we're farming for the past less than 72 hours, honestly. Less than 72 hours, sushi got listed on Binance already. What? What insanity is this? I mean, I don't even know what to say at this current point. I think, I don't think I even understand crypto anymore. It's just the whole insanity of this, I'm broken, guys. I am completely broken as to just how fast things are moving in this space, and also just how, I would say, how irrational the market is. But that's crypto, right? You just have to just be happy. I think that's the key, right? I was farming sushi. I got sushi. I showed you guys screenshots on Telegram. I held it this time. Smart thinking. So I think I farmed around 5,000 sushi over the past 72 hours. Sold some at 7, sold some at 9. Now sushi is what, like something ridiculous. Let's see. It's like $10. Why is it $10? I don't know. And you know the craziest part about this? I don't want to show sushi to end. I mean, this is okay. Look, before we start, guys, as with every episode here, these are first-hand accounts of what is happening. Crypto is beyond logical explanation right now. Play at your own risk. All right. There is nothing logical, nothing clear about what is going on. I'm not a financial advisor, not financial advice. I mean, you can lose your entire house here. All right. That's, I manage my risks pretty well. Some people don't manage their risks pretty well. I don't want anyone coming to me and be like, oh, boohoo, I lost tons of money here. It's possible. And there is definitely a hint of a bubble here. All right. I think there's beyond a doubt that there is way too much excitement and euphoria here. But at the same time, it's about how to manage your risk. And, no one can teach you that part from yourself. Okay. So teach yourself that. Okay. The IO. So, you know what the crazy part about sushi is? So this statistic here. So in sushi right now, there is $1.3 billion locked in sushi right now. $1.3 billion. Billions. You know that guy who says that? Billions upon billions upon billions of dollars locked in sushi. That's ridiculous. I mean, if you think about it, what is that? That is like, if you look at Ethereum's market cap, right? What? I mean, it's like almost like 5% of 2% of Ethereum's market cap locked in sushi. Isn't that ridiculous? How ridiculous is that? And I think a friend pointed this out because the Ethereum USD pool is one of the largest pools out there. Because so much Ethereum is locked, right? The theory is that because so much Ethereum is locked, it's so much easier to pump Ethereum. So guess what happened today? Well, Ethereum pumped, right? We have this giant push. So today was roughly, let me just see if I can just put this to 1 hour. That will be much easier for you guys to see it. So roughly speaking, let me just change to, so roughly speaking, at around 4 a.m. UTC, boom, we see that just giant arrow pushing up, and then another giant arrow pushing up for Ethereum. So all of a sudden, two things, a lot of people are just noticing Ethereum is getting so much use right now. If you look at the gas fees, Ethereum gas station right now, those fees are a little bit insane. So it's 477 Gwei to send Ethereum transactions on Ethereum. So when I was doing farming today, just like recently, I've been posting this up all day on Twitter, but gas fees are ridiculous. It's redonkulous. Like, it's to a point where I just don't know what's happening. Like, let me see, how much was that? Yeah, so this is one. Such a douchebag. Courage. So yeah, so this is one of my transactions, $126 per transaction. That just gets burnt up. That's just gas that gets burnt up. Like, that's how much Ethereum is being used. It's congestion. The way cryptocurrencies like Ethereum and work is that it's a bidding system. The network can only handle a certain number of transactions per second, which means if you want your transaction to be processed, then you have to pay a higher gas fee than everyone else, which is where the term gas wars comes in, where people just keep throwing money more and more and more and more into this gas fee to make that transaction more expensive. So now only really whales can play this game. I mean, if it's costing like $126, this is not just for transactions, this is for interaction with a smart contract, but you guys get the picture. It's kind of ridiculous right now. So yeah, we just touched 477. It's kind of crazy, but you know, that's life. And if you guys are looking to, if you guys have a stuck transaction, I saw this popping up all the time. If you guys have a stuck transaction, if your transaction you sent it's not going to go through, check out this guide. I have a guide right here on how to unstuck Ethereum transactions. Fix stuck Ethereum transactions. This video is like, it covers everything from like how to find which transaction you're getting stuck, using nouns, advanced features to cover to cancel it. It goes through all the cancellation process step by step. So yes, you can cancel a transaction. You can also speed it up. Also, if you have multiple transactions stuck, you can also fix that too. So guys, check that video out if you guys are stuck. That is kind of the most helpful video now. If people ask me that question, I was like, go boom, send people that. It's just the way it is. So I also have a DeFi playlist up now. If you guys are interested in decentralized finance, I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys are all into decentralized finance by now, but I do have that playlist. It's been constantly updated about what I think about DeFi and everything going on there. So yes, you know, just check that out. And BJJ says, I had 5 transactions pending, was able to cancel first one. Nice tips. Exactly. That's what it's for. So making sure, you know, a lot of people just get stumbled because especially when MetaMask screws up, it just doesn't tell you where your transactions are and people are just all lost. That video is all for you. I'll just put that link up just again. This is why I make videos, to help people. I mean, I'm glad that's finally getting some use. Just unstucking transactions. There was another one, advanced MetaMask guide tips. Those are 2 highly recommended videos right now, especially just because of how crazy Ethereum is. Definitely check out the videos. I'll just throw that down there. So we'll talk about sushi today. We'll talk about everything else. There's definitely a lot of speculation on the market. A lot of people asking for price predictions. You guys know the rule here. I don't offer financial advice and you play at your own risk, right? That's the craziest part. There's a lot of irrationality, but I'll tell you a very cool story with a friend that literally made 500 ETH today. Anyway, in one single day, in one single afternoon too. So it's pretty darn insane. So anyways, guys, that's today's episode. Let me guys, you know, before we start these episodes, I'll run you through some of the things I'm doing recently. So just before we start, let me put on my advertising voice and be like, yo, check out this. So recently I've been publishing a lot of videos. Ramp DeFi, super cool project. OIN, super cool project. We got Satoshi interview, super cool there. We also have updates. We also have live streams right now. So if you guys want to know when live streams are typically on, Mondays and Fridays, 11 a.m. Hong Kong time. It's kind of the flip side. That's usually when things are on. But guys, if you guys are part of the notification squad, basically click the subscribe button down below, click notification, be part of that squad. You'll know these surprise live videos. I keep you guys up to date when really exciting stuff is happening. That's when I'm there. I'm just there to just share with you guys what is happening. So make sure you smashed up that notification squad bell. Also, we have a free newsletter on box mining. So I'm not sure a lot of people noticed, but we actually have a pretty decent newsletter. So we actually kind of keep this hidden, but we're going to start charging money for it in the coming weeks. But if you join now, you're going to get locked in for free. So make sure you just go check the newsletter out. That's absolutely phenomenal. We've been writing pretty much all the updates, lots of insights on that, free for now, and you get locked in. So if you sign up now, you get locked in. And lastly, of course, you got Bitcoin out of the box. I still have to upload some episodes on, but some really great episodes coming on Bitcoin out of the box, trying to do as much as I can right now to guys fill you guys in. The whole objective of Bitcoin outside the box is that it's more of a podcast format, so you can just take it out with you on the go when you're going for a run or etc. You can just listen, get up to date on crypto. That is kind of the case right now. So anyways, let's go straight into the markets. So we have Bitcoin already touching 12,000 right now. So as of this moment, Bitcoin is still, so it's moving, pushing up higher. It's almost about to touch this line here. So this line, I drew this as what I was going to call the golden channel. So golden channel, Bitcoin wasn't really moving too much for the longest period of time. And because of that, that gives a perfect climate for all the altcoins to grow. Because when Bitcoin is really pushing up, a lot of altcoins, they just get drained. Like a lot of people FOMO into Bitcoin. Everyone's been watching Bitcoin. Everyone's eyes are on Bitcoin right now. So whilst Bitcoin is the juggernaut, it is still kind of in this channel. Maybe not for long. I think there's a lot of momentum going on right now, but Ethereum is definitely the superstar of the day today. So Ethereum, just like it was 400 for a while, but yeah, you know what? People decided Ethereum is getting a lot of use. And a lot of people are just wondering why Ethereum has so much value. It's not the fastest network, but all the projects are being built in Ethereum because it's one of the first. And also it's where a lot of wealth accumulated. So I think this is one aspect that a lot of people don't realize. Because a lot of people are in Ethereum early, a lot of Ethereum whales exist in the space, and whales are just getting richer and richer and richer, especially with the past 2 months. I mean, who else do you think are yield farming like crazy, also playing Uniswap like crazy? Like Uniswap has just taken off completely in the past few days, or not few days, first few months, right? With the amount of value stuck in Uniswap going up and up and up. A lot of Ethereum whales are here. And a lot of people are rich on Ethereum. This is why Ethereum has a lot of value as well. It's not just about the tech, but also about the community as well. And obviously, a lot of people are definitely excited for Ethereum 2.0. That's coming out very soon. Well, kind of. They're doing the mainnet. They're doing the testnet. They're doing the testnet right now, and they're hoping to deploy mainnet by end of this year. But you know, as with all things go, as with all developers say, I always take that with a tiny grain of salt, just in case there's some, you know, kind of hiccups along the way. Maybe it'll get delayed until early next year. That's a possibility for Ethereum 2.0. But yeah, we're looking at ways to scale Ethereum. There's also other ways to scale transactions off-chain. I've been talking to the guys at Fuse. They've been building communities and they're doing off-chain transactions. Obviously, Casper Labs, talking to that. Scale, S-K-A-L-E. They're trying to do scaling as well. We also have like a bunch of these projects all trying to scale Ethereum too. So, I mean, that's a kind of case. And then we have blockchain 3.0 out there as well. So it's like a ridiculous amount of development is being put into this. So if you guys are worried that transactions are expensive right now, it's really a temporary phase. That's what the way I want to describe it. Like right now, obviously, I think a lot of people are complaining. They're saying no one can afford these gas fees. You know, it's just getting more and more ridiculous, especially if you want to yield farm, you want to stake into a contract or inject multiple coins into a Y pool, for example. These would be quite expensive at this current point, and that's just the way it kind of is right now. So unfortunately it is, but it also goes to show there's so much usage of Ethereum. I think now all of a sudden, I mean, this is even before the general public even gets in, right? Like at this current point, we just have crypto people, mostly crypto people with a few more people going in. But if you look at gas prices, it shot up from around 30 gwei to 100 gwei. I thought that was expensive. 200 gwei, I thought that was super expensive, and now almost breaching 500. And I posted this on my Twitter as well, where I was talking about the last time we had such an insane spike. So if you look at it, so when Ethereum gas prices have all risen up, look at the times when it's all risen up, right? So this was kind of late 2017, early February, like January-ish 2018, this is when Ethereum was $1,600. Like, this is when the peak of activity here went up like crazy, and we are well beyond that right now. So I'm like, whoa, what is this, right? This is just absolute insanity. I thought this is kind of like the sign that the bulls are coming with so much usage on Ethereum. And we're just at the beginning, right? I mean, I'm happy to be in crypto right now. Absolutely ecstatic to be in crypto right now. There's so much money being made, it's ridiculous, right? Obviously there's so much money being lost too, but if you're smart about it, you should be pretty good. So we got jet lag for 2. Welcome to OG King. Thank you so for joining. Congratulations, obviously you made it off well. Thank you for supporting the channel as well. Big shout outs to jet lag for 2. And we also have Mark. Thank you so much for your $5 donation. Mark asks if he can figure out if sushi farming is still profitable. I'll talk a little bit about sushi. I'll talk about what else I got into today. I'll talk a lot about farming. Can't pronounce properly. So anyways, let's get straight to the yield farming business. Let's get straight there. So sushi time, Sushiswap.org. So sushi, what is sushi? Let me just go very quickly. Sushi, what they're trying to build is another equivalent of Uniswap. So it's like, with this race of, Uniswap becoming so popular, with millions upon millions of dollars being locked in Uniswap, actually in fact billions, there's Uniswap competitors, and Sushiswap will be one of them. So far, they haven't launched yet, so the interface is just to distribute sushi right now. But the way it's supposed to work in the future is that if you deposit liquidity into a pool, you need to also deposit sushi as well. That's kind of the token use case. So not only do you need to inject liquidity with 2 assets, but you now need a 3rd asset, sushi. And the reason why is because now you can retain some more value. You can lock in additional value. There's a lot of kind of game theory economics behind this, but that's kind of the use case. SushiSwap will eventually be an exchange just like Uniswap, and the extra here is that in order to lock liquidity, you also need sushi, and also after locking liquidity, you'll get some more sushi. It's just kind of how it works. There's definitely a little bit of Ponzi-nomics going on there, so just be watchful of that. But anyways, farming sushi is what's happening right now. There's no exchange. It's not really built yet. It's still in progress, etc., etc. Let's go unlock my wallet if I can ever remember my password. Okay, there we go. So sushi, what it does is it displays your annual yield on the screen. So when you look at all these farms, it displays the pools that you have to deposit on Uniswap. So these, when you farm sushi, you always need the Uniswap tokens. So it's like the reason why, I guess the reasoning behind this is they want people who are using Uniswap to start migrating. So they're targeting specific users of Uniswap that provide liquidity to Uniswap. And as such, that's why you deposit or stake Uniswap liquidity tokens. Now, so this, for example, let's say Tethered Turtle, this is the USDT/ETH farm. So how you will go about that is you go to Uniswap, so app.uniswap.org. I'll put this out there. I'll put all the links down on bottom. But how it will work is you can go to pool, add liquidity, and then you have to select the pool, select the list. So let's say that's just one thing for now. But let's say USDT here, and now you have these 2 assets. You have Ethereum and USDT, and this needs to be injected at a 50-50 ratio. So let's say, for example, you want to add 1 Ethereum worth of liquidity. You also need to have $480 worth of USDT in the same account. So now you can click max, like for example, like this, and then you can start injecting that liquidity into the liquidity pool. So long way of explaining it, it is just, that's how it is. I don't have enough USDT balance, so you must make sure that both sides you have enough. So I actually don't have any USDT on this account, so I can't really show you guys. But anyways, you just click whatever, add liquidity, and then you're good to go. Then you get the Uniswap liquidity tokens. So once you do this step, you'll get your Uniswap liquidity tokens. Then you can go on SushiSwap, select this, approve this, then add the tokens on. The moment you add the tokens on, you'll start to see the Sushi earn counter increase. That's just, yeah, I know I want to show you a better example of this, but you know, that's kind of the case right now. But you'll see this increase to verify that you're doing it correctly. A lot of people, they just deposit liquidity and then they don't do anything. Yeah, you got to see the Sushi counter increase in order to know that this is successful. So anyways, that's the kind of current case right now. So people are asking me which pools I'm in or what's to do. I'm actually very big into the Ethereum pool, just because I hold Ethereum and I have USDT. So there we go. That's easy. And you get 800% APY. Yeah, so annual percentage yield. I'm also in, basically I threw all my other coins in here. So I'm also in the Umami Squid. I'm also in Bandosaurus. I'm also in Toady Marine. I'm also in Ampo Chicks. I'm also in Ava Boar. I'm also in Synthetic Snake. And I'm also in YFValue here. So I'm also like, pretty much, this is why it takes a lot of time for me to process stuff. Basically, I went on Binance. If I saw like just balance lying around, I just pulled it out and dropped it into these pools here to start mining. So yeah, that's why it took like a long time on Sunday. Was it Sunday? Yes, it was Sunday. So I went Sunday, did it bit by bit. I actually, at that time, I didn't realize that Lend has a pair and Synthetics had a pair. So I was actually in Ample, I was in Toady, I was in Band, but I forgot about Ava Boar and Synthetic Snake. So this afternoon, I realized, oh crap, I had money sitting in Binance with both Ava and Synthetic Snake. So then I had to pull that out, confirm these contracts. It cost me roughly like $300 to do that today, to just like add the liquidity, supply it into these pools. It was very expensive. You have to actually like now, yeah, it's just expensive. So you have to think very clearly beforehand what you're trying to do. You must make sure that all the assets that you have, you know, they're all there, so you can add the liquidity, etc. You must make sure you don't screw up, of course, obviously, and just execute and just bite the bullet. It's expensive. That's just the way it is, right? It's unfortunate. So I'm in this right now. I'm in Sushi. I'm also in Pylon. So Pylon Finance is a StarCraft themed mining pool. So right now, I think what's kind of cool with these guys is that the contracts are pretty standard, and also they don't pair it up with anything that has impermanent loss. So I threw Ethereum into here. I also threw some synthetics into there. I also put YA link in there. So yeah, so I played around a bit with Pylon. With these, none of these contracts are really verified. I feel sad, like I feel unsafe talking about it, but at the same time, that's what I'm doing. So this is a first kind of count of what I'm doing. I definitely don't recommend it in any form or the other. I'm just retaining, saying that I'm trying it out and I manage my risks really well. So like if I lost everything in Pylon, that's fine. If I lost everything in Sushi, that's fine. It will hurt, but it's fine. All right, so just guys, be extremely careful going forward here. Be careful. So a lot of people are saying about YUNO. I really don't want to mention this because the rewards are insane. I saw some not Photoshop, some screenshots of these ridiculous rewards, which are in the 5 digits. But be mindful of one thing. These are also liquidity pools, but the only difference here is that YUNO has been confirmed to not have burnt their minting keys, which means that you run the risk of the creator of YUNO minting like 1 trillion coins, dumping that on the market and just saying, yo, peace, thanks guys, thanks for all the fish. So just be very careful. I saw a lot of people link this. I don't want to FUD it. It might be the case that they can burn these keys and they can convince the community that it'll be okay, but I don't have the balls to farm this. Like I don't have balls of titanium apparently. So yeah, I know these numbers are huge. I'll be sad if it does, you know, if I miss it, but yet again, you know, that's just the way it is, right? Some people have balls of titanium. I do not right now, especially since I'm going to sleep soon. So like if I'm like, I guess some people, they can monitor it 24 hours. They probably also have wallets to monitor what happens if there's infinite mint going on. Possible, but or maybe it's absolutely useful, but I don't know. Like a lot of people are asking me like the whole day today, have you checked out YUNO? 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 I have definitely not the time to validate all these smart contracts. I would definitely refer them to a smart contract auditor. That's why I'm like in contact with Hacken all the time. I'm like, yo guys, you guys probably have the most business in the world right now. Hacken is a company that I checked out before. Full disclosure, I bought some Hacken like very early on, and they do smart contract audits. Like they're some of the best hackers in the freaking world, and I wanted them to take a look at it, but they have not done anything yet. So just, you know, it feels sad to be left out like this. Like I see these numbers, I'm so tempted, but you know what? I'm refraining for now. You guys can do whatever the hell you guys want. Hugh Nugent says, you look tired, take some rest, Michael. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's just too much money to be made to take a rest right now. Like I was describing myself, I was just saying, even on Monday, like it almost feels like I'm in a dazed state. Like crypto right now, because I'm working so hard on it, just every day looking up new stuff, looking at different on calls as well. It's insane. I mean, I had a call with Kira Protocol today, super cool project, doing a DEX, absolutely awesome. Had a call with Fuse today, really cool. I really like Isaac. Joining their advisory. Actually, I haven't announced that yet, but now I have. So yeah, really cool stuff with Fuse going on. What else do I have a call with? I have a call with a gaming company. I can't really say that much details about that right now. Had a call with a plotting company, like a data company. Yet again, NDAs apply, so I can't really say that much right now. But I think I took around like 5 hours of calls today. Looked at a bunch of mining contracts. Yeah. It's like this day just flew past. It just like completely blew past me. So yeah. Jose Gamboa says he's planning to rest whenever the bull market ends. Absolutely. But whilst it's here right now, I don't plan to rest. I'm like so jealous. I go on Twitter, I see people just taking photos of their vacation or just the outdoors or anything. I'm like, oh my God, I'm almost in tears. I'm like, holy crap, man. I've been shut inside just like answering calls all day, and it's brutal, but at the same time, you know, stuff gets done. And this is kind of funny as well. People are saying, you know, with these ridiculous gas fees, etc., you know, crypto is a repeat of the real world, where the rich just get richer, and the poor just stay the same. Yes and no. Crypto, something that's kind of interesting is obviously there's a lot of whales, and I met a lot of whales in my life as well. People just have millions of dollars. Like millions is nothing to them, right? They're always talking about like the 1% within the 1%. Apparently the 1% within the 1% rule the world, and it's just kind of crazy, right? And you hear stories of those 1% of the 1%, and you know, they have container trucks filled with $1 billion US, like in cash, just lying there. Like this is how rich people are, right, in this world. But anyway, so you hear these stories, and something that's kind of crazy about the real world is that people who are extremely rich, they also created barriers so that no one else can get rich, right? Whether it is a financial license. Think about how many people can buy a financial regulatory license to be a registered bank. You know, if you just can't walk in and say, yo, I want to be a bank right now, it's just not possible. But on Ethereum, you can start coding stuff that, well, look at YFI. Look at all these new decentralized finance projects that just popped up. They are way more transparent than what banks are doing. They offer pretty much amazing services. I mean, even just shout outs to Cream as well. I've been farming Cream endlessly. And something crazy about Cream is that it's super powerful. Like you don't understand how powerful these things are until you start using it. Yet again, this is not my main account that I use to mine everything. So you see all zero balances. But on my main account, I was supplying Ren BTC, so I can pull out Ethereum to speculate, to start farming. I was like doing some crazy ass stuff. You can pull out Lend as well. So if you want to pull out some Lend, if you want to pull out some Balancer MTA to go yield farming, well, here's your opportunity to do so. Obviously, it incurs risk, but the kind of crazy thing is like if you deposit, say, Rent BTC, you get some reward for supplying. You also get rewards if you're borrowing as well. So you actually literally get paid to borrow stuff, which is insane. I talked about this in my compound video. But that's the current state of DeFi right now. Yeah, that's just the kind of the case. So, anyways, yeah. Sessional says, hey Michael, how do you profit in asset price going down during yield farming? Well, it's actually quite hard. If you ever want to profit in a asset going down, just short it. So you can absolutely take a contract on something like FTX and just short the crap out of an asset. Yeah, like you can. It's extremely powerful. There's so many powerful tools right now in crypto that you can, if you're smart, you can make multiple plays and then protect yourself, and then boom, you're pretty much good to go. So that's pretty much the case. Also, FTX has become my mainstay exchange now. It is the most powerful exchange in the world. I know a lot of people are talking about Bybit. I never bought into it. I'm not that biggest trader. I didn't promote Bybit for the longest time, even though a lot of YouTubers are making it like a ridiculous amount of money off Bybit. It just wasn't my thing, right? Last year, I'm like, you know what? I'm not trading actively on it. I don't think it's the safest thing to do. But recently, yeah, FTX, dude, it's just next level. It's like holy next level. So if you guys want to join FTX, I have a referral code to that. I used it, but it is also extremely dangerous. So please be safe. Don't be an idiot. To see what is going on. There we go. Yeah, don't be an idiot. Someone asked me to talk about OIN Finance. So yesterday they had a very, very successful public sale. I did not manage to get in. So that's OIN Finance here. Here, that's your video. Go check it out if you want me to talk about it. That is already released. But with OIN, they pretty much did a public sale. It got like, I think 15,000 people submitted applications for it within like 10-15 minutes. Only 300 got to get the public sale. So congratulations on anyone who has gotten that. Asandras 86 is, how do you find these gems like Sushi or Cream? Cream was lucky because I knew Jeff from 2017. This is Jeff Huang. I knew him from 2017, and he does some crazy stuff. He's one of those serial entrepreneurs. It's one of those people I really value and have on my channel, and also to be able to just talk to. And yeah, he's also, very, very well off. He practically, Jeff Huang, he did like so many movies in the past. He does entertainment business. He did a bar. I mean, you can see the interview with him. So that was direct from him. Like, I'm asking, oh, what projects are you working on? So he told me about that. And then I told you guys I started mining very, very early on. You can mine Cream. Cream is doing actually really well today too. I think it's like, I actually think it's still quite a hidden gem. Everyone's looking at the Y projects, but people forget that Cream has so much power. Like, they're listing coins so much faster than Compound. And yeah, they have such a good community as well. It's kind of crazy. And you can mine with Balancer and Uniswap pool. So I'm actually quite deep into Cream right now. Full disclosure, whatnot. Super, super deep. Yeah. I'm in pretty much everything right now. I'm also in YFV, so if you guys want to mine and farm in YFV as well. YFV also has some pretty ridiculous gains, especially if you're in a BAT and the REN pool. So these two pools I'm active in, the REN and the BAT pool. Also, YFE went up pretty crazy in the past few days as well. So yeah, and they also got listed on OKX today as well. So just like a ton of news going through, like boom, boom, boom. Like it's kind of crazy. So yeah, that's insane. And it also goes to show, like I wonder, like, should I've just like, it's kind of crazy because like the story of YFE was that I talked about it around here, it went up and then it crashed a little bit down. There was a little bit of FUD, and during the FUD wave I actually bought some YFE because I thought, you know, there's just no way this is rational FUD, right? So that was like at $7. I was kind of stupid, so I sold it around 18. I'm like, I doubled up, I'm pretty good. But who would have thought it'd be like at $70 today? I think this market is just crazy. I'm not sure how this world works anymore. You know, I make money, but it's like, could have made more. And here's time to tell a funny story too. So I'm in touch with a lot of friends who are very deep into crypto. So one of these friends, he said, I bought 1,000 ETH worth of sushi today, this afternoon, at $7. I'm like, what? You mean 1,000 sushi, right? No. 1,000 ETH worth of sushi. That is like $450,000 worth of sushi at that time. I'm like, what? Are you crazy? Insane? And then obviously, not sure. I'm pretty sure the guy didn't know it would get listed on Binance. But anyways, very quickly after that, listing on Binance, sushi shot up to $11. Boom! This guy was like, "Yep, sell all that sushi." Made off with 500 ETH. I'm like, balls of titanium. Yeah, I guess that works too. So, you know, definitely not recommending that. It's just a story, okay? It's a cool story, but definitely not saying that is something you should do at this time. All right, just obviously this person is also a whale. Like 1,000 ETH is nothing to them. You know, like this is the crazy part, right? 1,000 ETH, what? Psh, it's like $1,000. Like this world is messed up, and you know, I think, yeah, I'm pretty speechless to be honest. But you know, that's just the case. Ranjay says, you ran out of fiat yet? So the kind of crazy thing about this whole bull run is I actually have not touched my fiat. That's kind of crazy, right? If you think about it, I actually took some crypto out, but I actually have not touched my fiat to go in. I'm not sure if it's discipline or insanity, but I always feel safer with a pile of fiat just in case something goes wrong because I have expenditure here as well. So recently I'm building up my team. I have to have, you know, real spendings. I have, you know, IRL spendings as well. And I told you guys, I roughly have a 7-year runway, probably a lot more than that now, but I have a 7-year runway in fiat. So in case things really hit the fan, you know, I'm still protected. Crypto is still more speculative than fiat. I know a lot of people are like, you know, Bitcoin the standard and stuff, but you know, sometimes you still need to live, right? So I have fiat. I also have some gold. So I'm quite a lot more diverse. And I know I don't talk about this all the time, but I want to reiterate to you guys, I don't have any debt. I don't, you know, owe anyone any money. I have fiat. You know, I'm not risking my livelihood here. And I think a lot of people do that. They take on loans. That's just not cool, right? So, yeah. Eric Clem says, in yield farming sushi, what do the team do with the liquidity pool that the user deposit? In traditional banking, they usually invest or do something to make profit on the deposits. That's actually a really great question. So sushi, they don't do anything. So sushi, you just deposit those LP tokens, and it's just a proof that you provided those tokens, and those tokens get kept by the smart contract and nothing happens. So this is the case with sushi because they're bootstrapping the project. They're just distributing these coins out. These coins may be valueless coins in the first place. And this is where this whole thing gets a little bit crazy. It might be just valueless coins. We're all speculating over nothing. But yeah, on sushi, they don't do anything. But when it goes to Y, so all the Y vaults, and this applies to both YFI1, YFI2, YFV, and also some things with YFL as well. Just to start off, they actually do something with those funds. So in vaults, they use it to mine other currencies with that. So those funds are used in yield farming to become a strategy. So this is the case with YFI and the Y vaults. A lot of people have been talking about this, and that's kind of one of the purposes of is to do it. So vaults. Just making sure I don't find the YFValue. Probably can't really spell anymore. So anyways, so YUNO.finance. So this is the vaults. So if you go to the vaults, if you save here, they give you a rate. And this actually gets used to farm various coins. So just kind of like a bank. So yeah, so this is probably one of the easiest ways to get into cryptocurrency yield farming. The rates are lower. So what everyone else is doing right now, they're hyper aggressive, hyper risky, could lose everything. But this is a little bit more strategic where the vault manager decides where those farms go and they go into certain strategies. Okay, so yeah, that's there. We got Jet Lag for 2 says, stop shilling your bags. University of Positivity. Keith Chambers says, wow, that's some story with about the 1,000 ETH. I think a lot of people, they are extremely aggressive. It's kind of very interesting because when I grew up, my family is extremely conservative, my mom's a prof, so, and my dad's in education as well. They both have very stable mindsets. They're like, okay, we want to take government positions, or, you know, if you're prof, it's technically like a government position. University's government institute, right? So public university, teach there, very stable salary, loads of vacation time. And that's what I wanted to do, right? When I was growing up, I was like, oh, stable is great. You know, my parents had a very stable job. They're very risk averse. They plan everything out very strategically. And my mom got a lot of vacation days, which I'm like, oh, I should be a prof. I was like halfway through my PhD before I realized that's not for me. And then I realized, okay, look, I had a bunch of other friends that are extremely embracing of risk. So a lot of people you meet in crypto are extremely, I guess, they like the risk. They can tolerate the risk. And that's how a lot of people got very rich, right? If you're in crypto very early, let's say in Bitcoin very early, there's very much a lack of information about Bitcoin, and you must have some sort of crazy mindset to invest in Bitcoin. So a lot of Bitcoin OGs, Bitcoin whales, they are extremely, they have a gambler's mentality. They love risk. But you have to remember though that there is a lot of survivor bias here. I talk to a lot of people in crypto, and those people are all survivors. If they're not survivors, they would be dead, right? So they're the people who took a gamble and the gamble paid off. But there's also, for every success story, there's a million failures. So you just have to remember that. But I'm kind of realizing that in this world, that risk is part of life, right? And you got to be able to take some risks sometimes. And I'm getting myself more adjusted to that. So in many senses, you know, that's why I kind of posted this up. So, yeah, so like don't speculate on farmable coins, stay safe. And then also me going an FTX and just buying sushi at $11 and selling it at $11.50. And actually, this was a sale that was much later. There was another trade that was at roughly at around $9 when I first saw the Binance listing. Like the second I saw that Binance listing, I just went on FTX and just bought a bunch of sushi. That paid off pretty well. But you know, that's life, right? That was like an opportunity that I saw, okay, maybe I can make a play here because it just got listed on Binance. The price wasn't pumped too much. So just boom, $9, take that like upside up to 11 and call it quits. So yeah, that's not cool, I guess. It's not something I want to promote, definitely. But also it's something I did. So like I said, I want to be honest with you guys. It was an opportunity that I saw and that worked out pretty well. But at this point, I'm really playing with the gains I made off sushi anyway. So anyways, that's how I'm justifying it anyway, guys. So a lot of people are asking about the Telegram channel. So Telegram channel, I'm going to keep closed until Monday. Just a lot of huge influx of people. So roughly 150 people joined that Telegram group, and a lot of people are still getting used to the rules. We want this Telegram group to share information. We don't want to share pumps. That's kind of the way it is. And I think some rule that I saw that was very clear, that worked very, very well in Telegram groups, is that you must declare what price you got in a particular coin at. That makes it much easier for people to gauge where you're at. So if you're like shilling a 50x coin, very obviously you probably bought it at, very cheap, shilling it to the group, want to create liquidity. There's always people who want to do that. But if you declare it, people have a better understanding of where you're at, why you feel the emotions that you do, and that makes a lot more sense. And I want this to apply to this chat too. So if you guys are wanting to show a coin or talk about a coin or talk about your favorite project, do declare what price you got it in at. So that's kind of important. We got Na Satewan says, do you have FTX link? Sure, if you guys want to play with FTX. It's super powerful. FTX is just going to rule the industry from now on. It's just pretty clear. Yeah, it's just Sam is a genius. There's no one else who can beat Sam. Like, no one else who is smarter than Sam at this point. Like, FTX is just going to eat Binance's lunch. In fact, Binance actually invested into FTX. So, they're not going to eat Binance's lunch. They are Binance. Well, maybe not fully Binance, but Binance has a bit of that pie. So anyways, and also congratulations to YFII for listing on Binance as well. You can see that the speed of listing right now is extremely fast. I tried to ask around if any of these projects paid for listing. They all said no. So this is kind of crazy, right? Because back in the day, back in 2017, centralized exchanges were the shit, right? It was the craziest stuff. I mean, if you want to trade on decentralized exchange, okay, go have fun in IDEX, because it's just the performance sucks ass on IDEX, right? And no one's on IDEX, and it's just total absolute garbage. Like, IDEX has the worst experience I've ever had. Like, I tried on IDEX before, and if you put orders up, they also always get canceled, and it was miserable. So centralized exchanges like Binance, KuCoin, OKX, all those exchanges, okay, maybe even Coinbase, right? They had all the power because, where else are you going to go? But now this year with DeFi, because Uniswap is just so powerful, because you can have this automated market making, because you can market make any coin, because there's so much liquidity on Uniswap, projects don't give a crap anymore. They just list on Uniswap, inject a large amount of liquidity inside, good to go. And that has meant that there is a significant challenge to centralized exchanges. So if everyone's asking, is DeFi a bubble? Well, hell no. DeFi just completely blew apart a centralized exchange business model. That's so powerful. It just completely toppled over one of the biggest cards that Binance and OK and Huobi has. Now, decentralized exchanges are frantically listing all the DeFi projects. Like, Binance is just so aggressive. They're like listing everything, right? Last week, BZRX got listed. Last week, Teller got listed. Last week, there's a whole list, right? YFI was listed very early on. Today, SUSHI and YFI2. They're chasing the DeFi guys. The DeFi guys are the leaders right now. Centralized exchanges are behind. That's life. And that's why when you see Sam from FTX making also a decentralized exchange, what's up. You know that's the future, right? Like, this is the final year where it just finally swapped over. I mean, Binance made a Binance DEX. It just didn't get as popular because of the rules. But now all of a sudden with Uniswap here, and all of a sudden with Serum on route. In fact, Serum's being built already. Project Serum. You can actually start trading there right now. Yeah, it's just insane. But Serum is still a bit hard to use. I was trying to use it today. There's a link to it. Just give me a sec. Serum DEX.Serum.com. It's actually really fast, but you have to learn how to use the Solid wallet. I tried using it today. It's super, super fast. It's a proof of demonstration of this working, right? I mean, the fact that they built an exchange so quickly is utterly insane. But I have high hopes for Serum. I definitely have high hopes for Serum. So someone was saying, Bruce Explorer Philippines says the day before yesterday, sushi was $3, now $11 a day. Yeah, that's crazy. And Hien Nugent says CZ is smart to chase. If not, he is done. Absolutely. And I think there's this rumor going around that CZ just raged completely at his listing team. Right, he got caught with his pants down, literally. Right, he didn't see this whole DeFi thing going on, and this is the thing with China, right? China didn't really feel that DeFi is so important, so they kind of just say, DeFi, ha ha ha, D4's got hacked, you losers, smart contract, so risky, don't play this. And then they were like, oh, maybe NFT gaming for now. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, gaming. And that's why Binance, if you saw them, the Launchpad project on Binance was Sandbox, which is a gaming style game, and I think gaming still has a lot to go for it, but DeFi really took off this year, right? Just absolutely just obliterated this. It just wiped the entire board, right? If you're not in DeFi, what the hell are you doing, right? DeFi just took off like crazy, and because there's actual good functionality there too. Like all of a sudden, I just completely changed the scene with how projects list. And now with even more stuff, I think that one of the promising things about Ramp, I was talking to you guys about with Ramp, and one of the things that's exciting there is that you can unlock value in different blockchains now. So literally with Ramp, they're talking about IOST, they're talking about Elrond. So if you're staking Elrond, you're on Elrond chain. Normally you can't do much with it, right? But with Ramp, you can stake Elrond, keep staking, get your staking rewards, great, and have the Elrond exposure, great. And then you can also collateralize that, get some USDT, a stablecoin, not USDT, they have their own version of the stablecoin, and then move that to Ethereum. And that's like so powerful, right? This is like absolutely crazy, just unlocking liquidity on different blockchains. I mean, I told you guys, I'm in VeChain. That is the one project I have not touched at all. This season, I tapped into my Ethereum by collateralizing that and minting DAI on MakerDAO. So Ethereum, I used to unlock the potential of that Ethereum. Right now, BTC, I also moved that to REN BTC. So now it's a wrapped Bitcoin on Ethereum, so I can start mining on YFV. What about my VeChain, right? Why is VeChain still stuck on the VeChain network? Why can't I collateralize this? That should be someone's project. Someone should be doing that right now. Collateralize my ETH, still let me run my X node so I don't break anything, and then move that out, right? It's crazy. So anyways, that's life. Patera Soul says, YFFI, the fork of YFI, going crazy. Absolutely, man. I saw, I was mining YFFI when it was 200, and it just went straight down. It plummeted, right? I actually lost money there. I still kept some YFFI tokens, so now I kind of gained that back. But just be careful of impermanent loss. That is actually very, very possible, especially when everyone's excited right now. That's the time to be a little bit cautious also, or, just make sure you're good. So be very, very careful. So Patera Soul says, yeah, 350% pump in a day. Just be very careful with everything that pumps, guys. Yeah, that's not always a good thing, right? That's life, right? It depends on how you play and how you chase. Typically, I don't like chasing a craze right now. It's usually when it's going up parabolic, that's always a little bit of risk there. So anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. Patera Soul says, Box Money, I love you guys too. Just stay safe. I mean, at the end of the day, I just want to cover my ass too. I don't want people crying to me and saying they lost a house or whatnot. This is a high risk game. Stocks are high risk. This is just a whole new level of high risk, right? So be very, very careful. I'm obviously euphoric, which may or may not be a good thing. Take it as you wish. Yeah. Jaja Bink says, do you think Uniswap will move to OMG for lower fees? It's unlikely. There's a lot of projects already trying to do Uniswap, but outside of people are talking about Falconswap, right? They haven't even built a product. They're like, oh, talk about Falconswap. Okay, I can talk about what they're trying to do, but they're trying to build a scaling solution for Uniswap. But have they delivered anything? Nope. But are people super excited about it? Absolutely. they are. And that's the kind of the issue right now, right? Is this going to be something real, or is this going to be vaporware? Who knows right now? This is the kind of crazy thing about crypto. A lot of people are like, oh, open your Telegram group. You know, let's soon. Please wait. Please waiting. Yeah, it's hard. I just want to make sure that the group stabilizes before we open it up again. So Monday, it'll open on Monday, guys. Yeah, so wait for the Monday stream, you know, it'll open then, and then you are gonna be good. So if thoughts about YFL, I think it's absolutely crazy. YFL, what they're doing, like a lot of people don't realize this. Many do not realize this. I'm going to use that quote. Many do not realize what they're building. It's absolutely insane. So they have two teams. Team 2 is building essentially also a swapping platform like Uniswap, but also with black hole swap technology. It's absolutely crazy. Like the stuff that these guys are capable of doing, like over the period of a week or 2 weeks, is just absolutely crazy. So, you know, kudos to YF Link, and, you know, congrats on just delivering on something that, you know, like when I first read about YFL, I was like a little bit suspicious. I read the paper and like, oh, you know, they're thinking, oh, what if we can just make a YFI clone for Link guys and they'll be cool. But then they assembled this amazing team and they're delivering something that's absolutely crazy. Yet again, highly speculative, but, you know, I'm loving it so far. So yeah, Thorchain, and it combines aspects of Thorchain and it combines aspect of black hole swap. Pretty darn insane. We got Balmer Crypto 2.0. It's like ICO 2017 again, over again, and BitConnect. If people partaking in anything crypto called sushi, spaghetti, cake, pasta deserve to lose it all. Greed is alive and well still in crypto. Whether or not they deserve to lose it all, like you can, you know, but yet again, 2017 made a lot of people rich. A lot of people changed their stars. So, you know, control your risks, you know, be smart, and you'll be pretty well off. 2017, you know, before 2017, before all this crypto stuff, I was working on a very low paying job, but with the promise of equity. I was managing a large part of the company. I was actually managing people below me. But the pay was low, right? Because it's equity based. So promised with equity, promised a profit share in the future, making video games. And I thought that was going to be the best thing in the world. But the actual pay was super low, right? You know, I burnt more in gas today than I think my monthly wage back in 2016. Luckily, I still have some crypto. Luckily, I said, that's kind of funny. In 2016, I found Bitcoin in mining accounts, just small amounts, little amounts, just like before, you know, when you're too lazy, like when you're mining and you're like, oh, it's a few cents, I'm not going to move it out of this account. Well, I went back into those accounts, I scraped up a little bit of Bitcoin, then this whole thing just blew up, you know. So you can actually make a lot of money in crypto, but you can also lose it all. So, you know, I always never really wanted to tell people like how crazy it is, because people are just going to go nuts over it. But, you know, this year, I'm going to be a little bit more honest, but at the same time, you guys manage your controls. I do not want to hear anyone telling me, oh, look, I lost my house, I'm in credit card debt and all that stuff. And, you know, and crypto goes in the bear market for 2 years and then people just start crying or something. Like during the 2-year bear market, I was telling people I can survive for 7 more, bring it on. I don't care. You know, that's how well I manage my stuff. So yeah, just take that as it is, you know. Yeah. So, Bomber Crypto 2.0 says 2017 many didn't warn people to be smart, but you're grown-ups, dude. Like people tell me that now, like, oh, people never told me. Like, you're a freaking grown-up. If you don't get, like, if you don't understand what's going on, and you risk everything, like you gotta live up. Like I'm one of those guys who think like, you know, the governments, they try to protect us. Maybe there's good reason for it, but at the same time, we gotta just grow up and take responsibility, right? The public education system actually does a really bad job of teaching people how to manage their finances. Like it's just an absolutely terrible job at it. So that's why a lot of people end up just not understanding anything, right? So yeah. That's kind of funny. I know. I mean, yesterday I was watching a video about gold. Right, there's this guy who was giving out, you know, this 1 ounce gold coin. So he was like making a YouTube video. He was like, oh, I have this 1 ounce gold coin and a Snickers bar. And he went out on the street and asked people what they want, this 1 ounce gold coin or a Snicker bar. And then like everyone that was interviewed on that show did not take the 1 ounce gold coin. They just took a Snicker bar. I'm like, I want to punch you guys so much right now. Like, I just want to teleport there, punch you in the face, to take the goddamn gold coin, idiot. Yeah, but you know, people don't know how to manage their finances. Tough luck, right? Within a heartbeat, I would take a 1 ounce gold coin over a Snickers bar, even if it's possibly fake, you know. Oh, Alan Bonso says schools are shite on purpose, and I think so too. I actually think so. I think there is a bit to that. I mean, I read Rich Dad Poor Dad. You know, he has this whole thing about, you know, being like his rich dad, poor dad, and how poor dad thinks and a rich dad thinks and all that. There's a bit of truth to it. Obviously, he monetizes that off like crazy. You know, he probably is partially right, but at the same time, he just monetizes the crap out of what he's partially right with. Yeah. Like, you got to learn how to be smart yourself, right? That's the hard part of all this. You know, yeah, it's hard. But, you know, I want to share this with you guys. You guys have to be smart yourselves. I can't teach anyone how to be smart, right? But I'm glad to have this. Like I always said, I'm glad to have this channel. Really appreciate this journey. And I think, you know, at the end of the day, if I didn't make this channel, I don't think I would have went all in on crypto. Like 2016, I saw Bitcoin was at around 1,000-ish, 1,600-ish, I think. Let me actually get the prices right. So like, when I really re-entered back into crypto, like when I said I tapped into those mining accounts for a little bit of little scraps bits of Bitcoin, right? So that was like 2016-ish, end of 2016-ish. So that was like hundreds of dollars, right? And it was still worth nothing. Maybe like $300-400. And at that time, I made box mining for fun, right? I started off with mining. I thought, oh, maybe I can share some mining tips. I also started mining a little bit of Ethereum. I still had my 5850s. So AMD, the old generations, you know, with the 4-digit graphics card codes. Yeah, I still have one of those, right? So I had the Radeon 5850s. I started mining a little bit again, getting $1 a day, getting some Ethereum. But I shared all that on this channel, and you guys were immensely helpful in helping me understand what this is. Because as a newbie going into crypto, it's so daunting. It's so daunting. You hear a lot of people making money, but you know those people who are making money are savagely destroying people who are losing money, right? And crypto is savage. It's absolutely savage. Like, people will go home crying. Luckily, because of this channel, because of our community here, I did not go home crying. I understood about Bitcoin, understood about how to manage that properly, how to have my own accounts. So very, very lucky. I'm very lucky. So I owe a lot to you guys here. So really, really thankful for that. We got AG Jeffens 2005 says same 5870 5850. Man, those are great. I mean, they sound sometimes like jet turbines, like those graphics cards, but they're still great, man. It's absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so we got Asandrius 86s. Where do you find new info on DeFi projects? So actually, I talk a lot. So I'm in Karma DAO, I'm in Duck DAO. I recently just joined Duck DAO. So now it's one of these things where you just have to pay to get information. So with Duck DAO, you have to actually buy the Duck DAO token, put that on account, and then you can join the chats to get information. That's pretty much how to get information these days. You also make a lot of friends. So friends from 2017 are really helpful, because usually the projects they are interested in are not total trash. That's a problem right now. Like, there are so many trash projects that are being listed right now that it's so hard to filter through that trash. So yeah, it's not easy, but anyways, that's why it matters. Yeah, people are asking what to farm. I mean, I farm everything. You guys have to make your own decision. So I'm in Sushi, I'm in YFL, I'm in Pylon, I'm in pretty much everything. And there's also Harvest.finance. That's an alpha leak right there. I don't know if the staking contracts are safe, by the way. It starts in 2 hours. Yeah, will I stay up for it? Maybe, maybe not. Probably not. But apparently there's already $1 million being deposited there. So I love you guys. I love you guys. This is just insane. So maybe I'll be there. Maybe not. Who knows? Yeah. Angela Wine says, I'm seriously hoping Mike is kicking his chair because I see it out of the corner of my eye and it's moving on its own. Really? Really? Yeah, I was kicking it. Yes, I was kicking like this. So you can see that right there on the bottom corner. Yeah. So I was like moving my foot there. So yeah, it's not a ghost chair. It's not a ghost chair, Angela. It's just relax. Everyone calm down. So yeah, a lot of people are asking about the Telegram group. Okay, look, I'll do this, all right? I'll do another like spontaneous stream this week. Be on that spontaneous stream. I'll open the Telegram group. I'm not trying to be a dick here. It's just that a lot of people just join, and then we have to weed out all the spammers, and then just to stabilize it. So yeah, there you go. So anyways, that's pretty much it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It is way past midnight right now. It's actually 12:45 right now. Why is my mic? Okay, it's working. So yeah, so be logical, be smart. Have fun, enjoy Coca-Cola. Hopefully we don't crash and burn. But I'm actually quite hopeful. This has been a pretty good journey. If I lose everything today, I'll be fine. But preferably not. Preferably not. And guys, sign up for the newsletter, guys. That's coming up tomorrow. Yeah. Boom. Newsletter tomorrow's. So yeah, you can sign up for it today. We're gonna release the newsletter tomorrow, hopefully. We're getting more people. We're getting more people working on the website. It's been great. If you guys want to sign up for YFE, I also have a referral code for that. I'll just send that to you here. It's here. That money will be used to build the website. So thanks all for farming with me. I'll put that here. That's pretty cool. So if you guys want to join YFE, I'm in the BAT pool. I'm in the REN pool. The W wrapped Ether pool I was in, but I moved out of that to go on Sushi. But I think the yields are roughly around the same right now. So anyways, it's a great time to be farming, to be honest. It's a great time to be farming. But yeah, so that Harvest, this is not audited, by the way. Harvest.finance, I'm not promoting in any way. It's starting soon. Some guy talked about it in the channel. It's not audited. It doesn't use standard contracts either. So just be very, very careful, guys. Be really careful. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I think that's all I want to talk about. Nothing much more. That's pretty much it. Secretly hoping MTA gets listed tomorrow on Binance. That's my secret hope. Hopefully. We'll see how that goes. Everyone's talking about that. But yeah, check out the videos on the channel. Pretty tired. Gonna sleep. Actually gonna sleep today. So I'll find you guys later. Have fun. Enjoy. Peace. Peace. Oh, also Jose says when Moonshots video. I'll do one soon. I'm just like so tired. I love these live videos a lot more because I can just finish it and just click the end stream button and call it a day, and you guys all get entertained. But when I make a full video, then it's just like, it's just long and tedious, and editing takes ages. I'll also have an upcoming video with Player, so Patrick from Player, and also a special guest as well. So that's upcoming. So make sure you guys click the notification squad. Really great insights over there, and yeah, it's gonna be great. So good night from Melbourne. Melbourne is really late, right? It shouldn't be really late right now in Melbourne, but anyways, DeFi staking is like a house of cards, says Stephen Fu. Absolutely. And this is why I'm so tired. It's like you're constantly watching, and there's gonna be a lot more tools for this to be more helpful, but for now, you just have to spend effort. Effort is money. So There you go. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys later.